Hi everybody. Today you'll notice I'm alone. Anna's not with us because she has been spending the weekend with her mom, who's having a little bit of medical issues. She's doing well, but she'll be away a couple of weekends. Got a couple of shows already that we had recorded in advance, so by the time this one happens, she will be back and she can have a chance to have a good laugh. On today's show, I decided to invite my dad tonight to do a dish that my mom would make for him. Traditionally done at Christmas, but I said, what the hey, let me do it for my dad and we'll spend an evening together. So stay tuned. And we're back. And I'm back. On today's show, I'd love to make Baccalà, which is basically salted cod in the traditional way that my mother would do, usually around Christmas, but my father really loved it and he would ask for it a few times a year. So as I said, being here by myself, let's do this. So saltwater cod. I soaked it for 3 days in this water bath, but you change it like every 5-6 hours. You keep changing the water, you leave it in the fridge, and really it rehydrates it, and the taste is really, really good. I love saltwater cod, done well. You've got a little bit of that saltiness that stays, of course. It's impossible to make it like it was fresh, but so good. So let's get started on this dish. So simple. So we've had the saltwater cod that we had soaking. We did the bath, we changed the water out and kept putting fresh water, kept it in the fridge. And I think it's at a nice place where it's pretty moist. What we do is we just cut a few pieces, kind of like bite size. No, not bite size, sorry. Cooking size. See, not a lot of cod. I'm gonna feel my fingers to see if there was any bones, but I can see there's no bones in this at all. So we've got two things to cook at the same time. We're gonna make it, again, it's always the same story with Italian cooking. We do things in a red tomato sauce, but again, it's a lighter sauce and it's gonna take on the flavor of the baccalà or of the cod. So one place we've got to do the sauce, on another place we've got to do the cod and the onions because it uses a lot of onions. So it's going to be interesting melody of flavors with onions and with tomato, and then I'll throw in a couple of surprise ingredients because I think I want to take it to the next level. Turn this around a little bit, give you a bird's eye view of what's going down here. Just an easy saute. It's going to bring in some extra flavors. The ability to taste it here will give me an idea how much salt I got to put in the sauce that I'm going to make and the onions. It's not as easy without Anna. She's a brilliant cinematographer and I miss her. It's only really a couple of days in real time that she's been gone, but it was an important reason for her to be with her mom. I'm lucky enough to have my dad here all the time. Makes it easier. So I know how important it is. So we're done frying all of the baccalà. Take a look at it. Doesn't that look good? Now, we're gonna add some more oil, but I'm just gonna let it sit for a while I take care of my chopped up onions. You can do this different ways. My preferred way is this way. You cut it in half, take out this skin, then you see you got this little hairy part over here. That holds it all together while you sliver it this way. So you're going to get some very nice, very consistent onions. Or onion strips, because that's what it requires. It requires onion strips. So there's a bunch of strips. Okay? Some people saute it in the pan where they're going to saute the sauce. I will saute it in the pan where I had done the cod because it's got flavor. So I want to saute it in flavor. All these nice onion strips. This is where the special that my dad loved so much is that. The goal here is not to get them all like browned out or anything, soften them up. So it's going to take a little bit of time as we kind of stir it around a little bit. And then once that's done, get a sauce going and then get it all together. Now we're going to start doing the tomato sauce. So watch what I'm going to do. I'm just going to put these off the side here, no big deal. Because I've got some good deliciousness here that I want to transfer over to. See, my onions have, ow, soft. Now I used white onions. I like onions that are, well, reasonable, shall we say. Some onions are too strong for me. These are just right. I want to rile this up. I want to get some of this really good roux with a little bit of white wine. So our little trick, el boxo of wine, and I think I can just do that. Sauce making. You all know it. You're getting the gist of it now. It's always the same thing. The super fast sauce. You got the garlic, the oil, and then you put in really good tomatoes. My favorite, you all know, the Mutti cherry. Mutti cherry, that's the one you want because that's the best taste. A little garlic. Get some oil in here. I think I gotta take out the big stuff. This is one of my favorite oils. I'm going to tell you, it's not Italian, it's Portuguese, but it's so good. I really like it. Shh. A bit there. So it's flavoring. Sauce is ready. We put in a lift. So nice. I love that. I love it. And I like to put in a little bit of water. Not so much here. Like clean out this. We'll let it run a little bit, and then we're gonna. And at this point, I got some really nice roux that I took out of there. You want to taste this? Look at this. This here. It's roux. It's delicious. The bottom, scraping. I love it. That in there. Put it all in there. Oh, sorry. It's like I'm in my own world. Anna's not here. I'm alone. Maybe I should talk about here, since we're just us, what our goal is, Anna and myself, what we'd like to do. The reason why we're doing this is, first of all, this COVID thing is it's tough. Everybody, I think, shares in the fact that this is a tough time, and we're so used to entertaining people and having people over, and that doesn't happen anymore. So we got to live with that part, except for my dad, and we're also being doubly cautious because of my dad, who's 89. And the goal is get really good, do this, start this now, get a following. In a few years, we're going to be in Italy. That's where we're going to retire, and probably have a small little, maybe a little B&B, a couple of rooms. We don't want to become innkeepers. That's not our goal. What we want to do is really have a friends and family place to invite and have people over. At the same time, we'd like to continue to do this, but just do it from Italy, which will be beautiful. And this takes practice. It takes a long time before you feel really, really comfortable in front of a camera. before you don't make as many mistakes. Editing takes time. So all of these things, you know, was all in our plans. But it can't be that, you know, when we decide to move there, we say, okay, let's decide to do this. I mean, you're digging a well when you're thirsty at that point. So we want to kind of ease in here. We got a lot of friends. We have great careers right now, both of us. But this is our kind of like fun that we're doing, and allows us to kind of build for the future that we want. And we look to have high production value. And I know I'm not quite there yet. You maybe notice some errors sometimes when I'm filming, but I'm trying and I'm practicing, and you get better as you practice. When you get good in front of the camera and you get good behind the camera, you have a lot of fun. You get good in post-production, it's a lot of fun. So I thank you. Go on YouTube, there's that subscribe, just hit that subscribe. We need it. Thank you. Look at this, look how beautiful, look how beautiful. So what do I do? First of all, taste. Taste, because I don't know where I'm going. There's no salt here, but I tasted the cod. The cod's not that salty. Salt. Cod's not that salty because I guess I did a good job in making sure that I got the salt water out of it. And that happens if you change the water often. It's a bit of a pain, about 3 times a day. Then you pull out that salt. Makes it easier, because if not, like I remember my mom sometimes, God rest her soul, she's the most wonderful person in the world. Sometimes though it was a bit, man, it's salty. It's good. That's the way it's supposed to be. Okay. All right. That there. So, right in there. Spread that joy. Start putting these little pieces in here. I think I have enough sauce. I do. All the deliciousness of the. All right, and that's some wine in here. Yeah, I think I got to bring up the volume of sauce a little bit. So I know what to do. I show you a trick. Instead of water, always white wine. That's called flavor. Water. Let's shake that up a bit. We are good. So let's up this a little bit. Get it to a nice little simmer. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm doing the foil trick on top because I want it to cook and it kind of like cause a little bit of steam in there. We're going to come in with some extra ingredients really soon, because I think that if you add a couple of other ingredients, it gives it a really nice taste. So let's get going. What's going on? First, look at the parsley. It's frozen parsley. Why? I don't have any fresh. I unveil. Ooh, that is so beautiful. Let's get some parsley in here. What else do we put in here? This is where I'm going crazy here. Black olives. The black olives I put are the Morrocan olives. I love Morrocan olives. Capers, the little capers. I just had a few left. I rinsed them out, get some salt out of them. And I am going to I had a few potatoes left. I had made a potato salad sort of thing, and I had a few too many. I'm going to put them in here. This is going to drive my father nuts, but I don't care, because I wanted to add a little bit of potato flavor in here. And I know that this is called Baccalà alla Livornese, more or less. And they put potatoes. My mother did it. I'm putting it in. A careful stir. I need to do this. I have to prove if it's good. Do you like these glasses? Anna hates them. I look like a 1970 bank robber with them. What is that? Oh my. Oh, that's good. Oh my. I like the texture, right? Because I don't like softy fish, but yeah. Oh my god, this is so good and not salty. This is good. Let me cook this. Let me finish this. My dad's gonna love this. Get a bit of cooking action. You see I got the big foil. If I find a huge top, I'll put one on. I don't have one. But I love this pan. It's my favorite. So I'm going to let this cook. Then I'm going to let it sit for a little while. And then I'll get my dad, who is really close. And then we'll sit down and eat. So here is this beautiful, thank you Dad, dish of Baccalà. My dad has joined us today. Subscribe, that's what he says. I have to see if it passes the test. Prove, c'è una patatina ci ho messo.
Oh,
è buona?
meraviglioso.
Meraviglioso, that's his word. So everybody, I'd like to say thank you. Thank you for putting up with me today without Anna. I thank you for your time. And don't forget to subscribe. Dad?
Subscribe.
Everybody, have a great day. We love you.